Alright, welcome to the Grim Ones Mosh Pit. Feedback loops and eternal riffs, y'all. Today we got Circle of Tyrants, Celtic Frost. Welcome to the Mosh Pit, where chaos feeds the rhythm and order dies in the distortion. So, Celtic Frost, they were a little bit ahead of their time, you know? Even hell wasn't ready for these motherfuckers. Celtic Frost blended death, thrash, goth, and avant-garde, and operatic vocals before most bands even had distortion pedals wired right. You know what I mean, man? Their 1985 album, The Mega Therion, literally means the Great Beast, a direct Aleister Crowley reference. Hidden Truth? That cover art by H.R. Geiger? Yes, Alan Geiger. Hey, they made an album so weird, even they hated it. 1988's Cold Lake was their glam metal phase. Yes, seriously. They hated it, fans hated it, but now it's considered a cursed relic. Proof that even the chaos bands flirt with mainstream illusions and live to regret it. Lessons? Don't betray the riff, man. The riff remembers. They invented the loop before loops were cool, bro. Circle of Tyrants. It's not just a song, it's a ritual loop, man. Literally, lyrically, and musically. Okay? It traps you in a cycle of power, prophecy, and punishment, man. Sound familiar? That's a feedback loop, my friend, okay? Celtic Frost was doing chaos theory in riff form, like before TikTokers discovered butterfly effects, okay? So we got the chaos catalysts. Today's riff doesn't evolve, it returns, man. It's a sonic snake eating its own tail. That's not a song. That's a looped curse. So understanding feedback loops, okay? Feedback loops are systems where the output of a process is fed back into the system as input. So it's influencing future behavior, and it can be positive or negative. Positive reinforcing, negative balancing. And they're everywhere, from ecosystems to human biology to architecture to economies and social trends. So a positive feedback loop reinforcing these amplified changes, pushing the system further in the same direction. So here's an example, like climate change. Warming melts polar ice. Darker oceans absorb more heat, more warming. Hype cycles. Excitement around new tech draws attention and investment. More media coverage, even more excitement. Here's one, Lancaster's Hidden Stories. That's my turf right here. A compelling local story gains traction. Community shares it. Increases visibility, sparks more storytelling. Consequences. It can lead to runaway effects, like bubbles in markets, snowballing misinformation, or cultural shifts that spiral rapidly. So a negative feedback loop would be these counteract changes, working to maintain stability or return to equilibriums. Okay, body temperature regulation. You get hot, body sweats, evaporation cools you down. Okay, thermostats. Room gets cold, heat turns on, temperature rises, heater shuts off. Okay, public awareness campaigns. Rumors arise, fact checkers respond, rumor loses traction. So consequences of these loops keeping systems and spiraling out of control, ensuring resilience and balance, essential in design, governance, and nature. So you're probably familiar with this one, metaphorical sense too. Like, think about how public interest in preventing heritage building leads to community events, greater awareness, funding, the protections, even more appreciation. That's a feedback loop reinforcing local identity, not just stone and steel. So today's track is Circle of Tyrants. Yes, it's the butterfly breakdown. Time, your prophecy, tyrants, your enemy. Let's zoom in. That one line. It's the butterfly wing, man. Time is your prophecy, meaning you already know how this ends. Tyrants are your enemy, meaning you've always known who was behind the veil, and yet you're still stuck in the loop. Why? Because feedback feels safe. It's predictable. Tyrants use rhythm to control you. Break the loop. Burn the timeline. Listen again. So on my size scale, I give this one a 9 out of 10 size. There's only one thing scarier than this riff. Only one thing scarier than this riff is the truth it hides. So next week we feature a glitch riff that tries to destroy rhythm entirely. Until then, stay loud, stay unstable, stay chaotic. Peace.